So, good morning to everyone. Hope everybody is doing well at your home and safe. So, let me repeat JK flip flop one more time because it is a bit important for you. So, however, flip flops are used to store single bit of information in our computer. So, basically, flip flops are used to develop random access memory and read-only memory. So basic building blocks are flip-flops only. More and more specifically speaking, JK flip-flop is the particular flip-flop where exactly used to develop registers, memory, read-only memory, and etc. In this regard, we would like to consider these flip-flops one more time. I mean, JK flip-flop and T flip-flop one more time, and let finish up our unit number 4. Unit number 5 also a bit important. We do have registers, counters, refill counters, and other kind of topics are there. We will finish off this particular course by 7th or 8th of this month. Okay, however, JK flip-flop, it's also as like as SR flip-flop only, but only one particular condition you need to consider here. In SR flip-flop, as and when you have to send one as inputs to SR flip-flop, it could be so provides or generates indeterminate state, otherwise a forbidden state. So to avoid this particular forbidden state, so JK flip-flop forbidden state, JK flip-flop is supposed to be used. What is the importance of this JK flip-flop here? Let us have a look. And basically, inside the flip-flop, as usual, we have to use only latch only, SR latch only. This SR latch will be externally connected with so 2 more NAND gates and 2 more inputs. First input will be J and the second input will be K. And of course, enable must also be there. I'd like to name this particular gate as 1, name this particular gate as 1 here, name this particular gate as 2, name this particular gate as 3, and here it is 4. Because for understanding point of view, we'd like to make some kind of naming convention here. And to avoid this kind of situation, so we would like to consider one more extra input for 1 and 2. For 3 and 4, there are no other inputs, only 2 inputs will be available. But 1 and 2, we do have extra information or extra input for each of them. So for J, it has been taken, so output of Q complement has been so taken as input for feedback, input for J, and output of Qn has taken as feedback input for K. So by taking these two, this forbidden state will be gets avoided. This forbidden will be converted into what is that toggle situation. Toggle in the sense same operation will be done. I mean, 2 operations will be done by same switch or same kind of thing here. So here, let us examine. So here also we do have 4 different types of options or operations here. Combinations are there here. So you need to remember or recall yourself regarding to the activity of NAND gate. NAND gate will be input number 1, input number 2, followed by so the result. How the result will be? Input number 1 will be 0, 0. The result will be 1 here. Input number combination number 1 is 0, 0, the output is 1. And the combination number 2, 0, 1, the output is 1 again. So 1, 0, the output is again 1. And 1, 1, both inputs are equal, you could get 0 here. You need to remember this particular condition here, this particular scenario here. If any input will be equal to 0, then without looking forward for other inputs, so we'd like to conclude that yes, the output is 1. If all inputs will be equal to 1 or some inputs will be equal to 1 and other will be some other than 0, then we will think it off. We will think it off how this could be. So this is the specification where we have to consider in terms of so NAND gate here. NAND gate will be so produce this kind of outputs are here. Now, case number one, we'd like to consider j equal to 0 and k also equal to 0. So here, this value is equal to 0 and this value is also equal to 0. Since both are equal to 0, so without hesitation, we'd like to consider, without taking the consideration of remaining remaining two inputs of each gate at 1 and 2, output will be 1. Without looking forward, we'd like to conclude like this because one of the, so here as for the NAND gate activity, one of the inputs will be equal to 0, obviously output will be 1. So no need to go ahead and think not more regarding to 1 and 2 outputs. Now at gate 1, the output will be 1 and at gate 2, output will be also 1 here. Now let us consider n plus 1. So here what is the next state? So this is the current state and we are expected to identify the next state here. What is the next state which is going to produce this one here? So Qn plus 1 will be taken. So here already it is already 1 and I would like to propagate this particular value here. So this is Q n complement. This is Qn complement. Obviously 1 into Qn complement whole complement equal to Qn whole complement. That will be results you. So Qn. That will be call you the Qn. So therefore, you will get the same actual state which is being available in the current state that will be continue in next also, the same also. Then followed by at Qn, Q complement n, what is the next state of this, so this area? So Qn plus 1 whole complement equal to, so here already one input is 1, second input is, this input is being propagated from here to here. So therefore 1 into Qn whole complement equal to, so Q complement n. So look at this, whatever the current states, same states will be continue for next state also. Here Qn will be continue as Qn plus 1 and Q complement n continue as Q complement n plus 1. So same values, whatever the value of n, Qn and whatever the value of Q complement n will be continue for the next state also. So therefore, this condition in the sense when j equal to 0 and k will be equal to 0, there is no change for the next state also. There is no change. So no change in the sense whatever the values of Qn and Q complement n in the previous state, that will be continue as it is. There is no change at all. For example, Qn equal to 1, next state also 1. Qn equal to 0, next state also 0. There is no change at all, provided j will be equal to 0 and k will be equal to 0. So this is the specification what we have to consider regarding to both inputs will be equal to 0. Followed by case number 2. Number 2 will be j will be equal to 0 and the small change k will be equal to, so 1 here. J will be equal to 0 and k will be equal to 1 here. So by taking this particular kind of situation, what exactly been happening in terms of both gates, let us examine here. Let us examine. So here j will be equal to 0 without looking forward about remaining all other inputs, because already one input is 0. So the output must be equal to 1. It is known from NAND gate actual operation. Now we'll consider k equal to 1 here. And now we'll take into consideration of all here, enable equal to 1. And here we have the red line will be communicated or given feedback to this gate 2 from Qn. So here it is the Qn here. So 1 into Qn whole bar or whole complement. 1 into Qn whole complement. That equal to Qn into 1 Qn. So Qn into again 1 Qn. How many number of times you have to multiply by 1, the same quantity will come out. So here the output will be Qn complement. Okay. So look at this. That is the point I have mentioned here also. Then followed by, let us evaluate this particular situation, this particular scenario first for this case. Okay, where k equal to 1, we'd like to evaluate this one first. Then we will get some particular value, submit the value out there, then you could get something here. Look at this. One of the inputs will be Qn complement, and the second input, I have propagated this particular output to fourth gate input here, so that here we have get this is the way. So Qn complement, so into so Qn whole complement will be equal to what is this value? And here you need to remember. So A into so A complement will be equal to actually 0. A into A complement will be equal to 0. So therefore, here it is 0 complement. Obviously, 0 complement will be equal to 1. So we got here 1. So now this 1 has been propagated. This 1 has been propagated from here to at this place. Okay, you may be propagate or may not be propagate. That doesn't matter, but you may be propagate here. So 1 into 1. So instead of q complement n, you may be propagate 1. Otherwise, 1 into q complement n also be taken into consideration. There is no problem at all. So if you propagate 1 here, obviously, so 1 into so 1 whole complement will be equal to 1 complement will be equal to 0. Okay, 0. Otherwise, you just propagate this value, Qn complement value directly. So 1 into so Qn so whole complement will be propagated here. So Qn so complement whole complement will be the output. So therefore, it could be Qn. So already we have one value at the Qn complement. Qn complement does have 1 as value. It does have 1 in the sense with reference to this value, you have to substitute here. So I hope that you understand what I'm speaking. So q complement n does have value, direct value is occurred here, that is 1. 1 will be substituted here. 1 into 1 whole bar, 1 into 1 whole bar equal to 0. So therefore, qn plus 1 whole complement equal to 1 and qn plus 1 will be equal to 0. So therefore, this whole state will be considered as so reset state. When k equal to 1, yes, value can be resetted here. So that is called as a reset state. Okay, that state will be so termed as reset state. So this is the evaluation pattern here. Okay, then followed by next. The next one is case number 3. So the inputs will be flipped here. Let me. So it has been there here. So that is why I'm erasing everything here. Just wait for a while. So please wait for a while. Okay. Let the things will be. Yeah. Okay. Next case number 3. Case 3 will be, you just take it into consideration something like this. J equal to 1. So here it is 1 and k equal to 0. At k equal to 0, obviously without hesitation, we would like to consider, so the output of gate 2 will be equal to 1 here. There is no consideration because there is no hesitation, not consideration, sorry, hesitation. Without hesitation, we will be considered as 1. Now it is 1, enable also 1. So because enable also 1, you have to take into consideration of this blue line. Blue line has been taken the feedback from q complement n. So therefore, here this input will be so qn complement. So 1 into qn complement whole complement equal to so qn here. So that is what I have written over there. So you please see this one here. So at gate 1, you have taken this particular input. This input is being propagated towards this particular gate here. 1 into qn complement, that will be equal to, so here look at this, 1 into qn complement whole complement will be equal to qn complement whole complement, that could be equal to qn. So you got qn as output here. At gate 2, without hesitation, so one input is 0. Basic nature of an AND gate will be, if any one of the inputs will be equal to 0, output must be 1. So without looking forward for other inputs, so we will consider that whatever the inputs it might be, one of the inputs is 0, so output must be equal to 1 here. So that is the way here. Now, what exactly you are supposed to consider? Now, in this case, we have to evaluate this one first. So if you evaluate this one input will be Qn into second input. I have propagating this input to here. So Qn into Qn complement whole complement. Look at this. Qn into Qn complement whole complement. So A into, so A complement will be equal to 0. This is the basic postulate. So therefore, Qn into Qn complement equal to 0, 0 whole complement equal to 1 here. So it has been, it becomes 1 here. Okay, then we have to evaluate the Qn plus 1 here. We have to evaluate the Qn plus 1 here. Qn plus 1 here. So how this could be gets evaluated here? Let us have a look here. Okay, Qn plus 1 whole complement equal to, so already 1 is there with us, and I have propagating this particular value here at this place. We have to propagate this one here. So in this regard, we do have a Qn. So 1 into Qn whole complement will be equal to Qn complement. Already we got at this place, we got 1. If you submit 1 here, 1 into 1 whole complement equal to 0. So that is what the, why you got 0 here, that is the meaning. So you may be taken Qn as reference. Otherwise, whatever the value you got at Qn plus 1, that value will be submitted. Then you could get the value as 0. So therefore, so and when j equal to 1, the value has been set to 1 here. So that is why this situation is called as set condition. This is set condition, and here it is reset condition. This is reset condition. Okay, so that is what the point you need to consider here. Now let us take into the consideration of consideration of last and final condition, last and final case. This case is somewhat crucial to discuss. So let me discuss this one for a while. When j equal to 1 and k equal to 1, okay, both are equal to 1. So we would like to consider what are the inputs, other inputs. So this is 1, and the blue line will be, so Qn complement. So therefore 1 into Qn complement whole complement will be gives you, so here you got the value as Qn. Whereas if you consider here, this enable is 1, you have taken red line has been taken, so Qn as input, 1 into Qn whole complement equal to, so n complement. Okay, look at this. That's what I have written here. 1 into Qn whole complement, Qn complement whole complement equal to Qn. So we got the answer in the same way, and we got this one Q whole complement and has been getting here. Now first evaluate this section, because 0, I mean complementary evaluation must be done first, then followed by ordinary form. So look at this, Qn plus 1 whole complement equal to, so what are the inputs here? So this input will be comes here. One input is Qn. So Qn complement already is there with us from gate number 2. So second input is we have taken Qn value as feedback to input number second input of gate number 4. So therefore Qn complement into Qn whole complement will be equal to, here also this same formula. So A into A complement will be equal to 0. Okay, so here also Q complement n into Qn equal to 0, 0 complement equal to 1 here, 1 here. Substitute this 1 here, substitute this particular 1 here, where it is, yes, substitute this particular 1 here, otherwise directly, so Q complement n, so will also be substituted here. You are not supposed to substitute Q complement n here, because it maybe gives you some wrong information or wrong item, so that instead of substituting this particular value, you have to substitute whatever the value you got here. So that particular, whatever the value you have got here, this value can be substituted here. Now it could be, so it could be considered as, so 1 into, so Qn whole complement. So that could be equal to, so Qn complement, Qn complement. Whatever the value you got here, Qn complement, Qn plus 1 complement value is 1. Obviously, what is the next state of opposite, opposite form? The opposite form must be equal to 0 here. So here you got 1 here. Obviously, it must be equal to 0. What does it mean? At Q complement n position, you got 1, and Qn position, you got Q complement n here. So Q complement n in the sense, whatever the value you have, that must be again complemented. Again complemented in the sense, so let me draw here. Qn is equal to, so Q complement n, it has been come something like this. So actually what is the value of Q complement n? 1. So complement whole complement, that could be equal to 0. So we got this particular 0 here. So in this way, you have to consider this particular case will be toggled case. Toggling in the sense, same kind of button can be performed 2 different operations. One is for off, one is for, second one is for on. Otherwise, one is for true and the same operation will be for false, something like that. So doing that particular operation will be called as toggling operation. So this toggling operation will be existed when j equal to 1 and k equal to 1. In this way, so you have to evaluate this whole JK flip-flop here. So only one thing you need to consider, remaining everything is okay. You maybe get confused only one particular place. That place will be this one here. Only the confusion place will be at this place here. So already you got the output as Qn here. This is Qn, and here it is Qn complement here. So you got Qn complement here. Now evaluate this one first. After evaluation, so we got value 1 here. We got value 1 here. Instead of propagating this data directly, you have to propagate whatever the value you got here, that must be propagated here. So if you propagate something like this, so 1 into, so Qn whole complement, 1 into Qn whole complement will be equal to, so Qn complement here. Now, what is this value will be becomes, so Qn whole complement. What does it means? At ordinary form, you got an output Qn whole complement. At a complementary form, you got output as 1. What does it means? Qn will be equal to, actually you may be written at, you may be write here as ordinary form. So you have written as complementary form. Okay, with reference to this particular area, with reference to this area, with reference to this particular area, if you return this one, so Qn whole complement, this is the way you have to return with reference to this particular area. Now, what is the value of a Qn whole complement is, so 1 whole complement, so that will be equal to 1 here. Why I have taken Qn complement whole complement? Why I have taken here in the sense, actual ordinary value has come something like this, Qn complement, and this Qn complement will be submitted here. This submitted here. If you submit this one here, so Qn complement whole complement. Okay, actual Qn value is Qn complement. So it does have already complement. So this will be goes for whole complement here. So that is why, so Qn complement whole complement. So that way one Qn complement value is 1 is already. So that will be again complemented. Sorry, it is 0. I'm sorry, it is 0. So here you get 0 here. So same kind of operation will be done at, if you switch on, it will be on mode. If you off, that will be goes for 0 mode. So that is the information where exactly you need to consider regarding to toggle mode. This toggle mode is very important for us. In this way, we have to implement here. And finally, the functional table will be seems like this. This is the functional table. So look at this. If enable will be equal to 0, nothing is there. No operation will be took place here. At this place, no operation will be took place. If j will be equal to 0 and k will be equal to 0, j will be equal to 0 and k will be equal to 0. So irrespective of the output, the previous output, the same previous outputs will be continued. So that is why it is called as no change. And j equal to 0, k equal to 1, irrespective of the previous input, whatever the input, whatever the output it might be, qn value, whatever it may be, so that has been set to 0 and qn plus 1 complement will be 1. Okay, we are not supposed to consider this particular case. It is not required for us, but we have to consider only qn plus 1. Next state will be 0. Irrespective of the value, it must be changed to 0. So that is why it is called as a reset state. And when j equal to 1 and k equal to 0, so irrespective of the previous output, so it has been set to 1. It has been set to 1. So that is why it is called as a set state. And when k equal to 1 and j equal to 1, irrespective of the previous state, it has been toggled. It has been so considered as complementary form. Okay, complementary form in the sense we are talking about only this one here, complementary form. So that is why qn will be complemented itself, then that is why it is called as a toggled form. So in this way, we have discussed this particular JK flip-flop, and this JK flip-flop is playing a vital role in our future constructions. Then followed by on elimination of this condition, if you eliminate this condition and this condition, if you eliminate this particular condition and this particular condition, if these two will be gets eliminated by you, obviously you could have only this condition is existed and only this condition is existed. If these two conditions only will be implemented on elimination of 0, 1 and 1, 0, then you could get so this T flip-flop. So T will be directly. So here it is. If you pass 1 here, obviously here also second gate also be taken 1. If you pass 0 here, if you pass 0 here, obviously the second gate could also be taken 0. If you pass 0 here, it could also be taken 0. So you may be take the probabilities as either 0, 0 or it is 1, 1. There is no probabilities 1, 0 and 0, 1. These two probabilities will not be taken into consideration. Only these two probabilities will be taken. So therefore, it must be existed either in no change case or it is in a toggle case. So look at the previous function table here. So this is no change state. 0, 0 will be no change. 1, 1 will be toggled state. So same kind of operations will be took place here also. Okay, either no change state or otherwise so toggle state. Either of these two will be gets existed. No extra discussion will be required here. Same whatever the discussions we made at JK, here also same discussions. No change at all. No change at all. Same discussions. So that could be seems like this. Either in terms of no change state or it is toggle state. So normally this can be used to implement some registers. As and when you are trying to implement some registers, so this could be taken into consideration. And whereas JK flip-flop will be taken to construct what you call counters, ripple counters, something like that. Okay, they will be taken into consideration to do or to construct counters over there. So this is what today's class, and tomorrow we shall enter into so unit number 6. Let me open what are the points we have with us in our yeah. So this is the thing. We have introduction to sequential circuits have been discussed. Storage elements also been discussed. We have discussed latches, and we have discussed the flip-flops. Flip-flops also been discussed. RS latch has been discussed. and the NOR gates. I don't want to introduce NOR gates. By the end of unit number 5, I will implement this NOR gates, because NOR gates is somewhat different when compared to NAND gate. Most of the cases, all flip-flops are supposed to be implemented only in NAND gates. Don't go for NOR gates. Okay, don't worry. You don't worry. I will explain this particular point also, but not now. It will be after before completion of unit number 5. For everything, RS or JK or TR, D flip-flops, we have discussed truth tables, and also we have discussed excitation tables also. Okay. Conversion of flip-flops, we are not supposed to discuss at this moment. I will discuss this particular point and this particular point at the end of unit number 5. Okay. Unit number 5 will be introduced. What is a register, what is a shift register, what is a ripple counter, what is a synchronous counter, and a ring counter. So these are the 4 different concepts are there. We will take each concept for one particular Zoom hour and we'll complete. And finally, Johnson's counter. It will take some 2 hours here. 2 Zoom classes will be required for this one. So totally 4 plus 2, 6 hours, everything will be gets completed. Okay. So this is our complete information. And as far as your online examination, which is being conducted by our college by your department, so you may be covered all these issues. Okay, already I have conducted for so 1 unit. So probably same kind of problems will be there in our hand. So you must have 40 bits will be given to you, and 40 bits into, so each bit into 2 minutes. So totally 80 minutes plus 10. 90 minutes in the sense 1.5 hours. You must spare your time with your examination. Take paper and pen and have to evaluate everything. Don't believe any speculation regarding to your examination. Your examinations are going to be conducted by JNTU Kakinada very soon. By 8th or 9th or 10th, during these 3 dates, you maybe have your examination timetables also. So don't believe any kind of speculation which will be come across through the social media such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and all other social media activities here. Okay, so be careful. You need to practice once or twice, then you will be get through this particular DLD very easily. Okay,